Wow.
This sound international right here.
No.
Real Eli Caliente.
Very
hot.
about.
But y'all niggas didn't know.
So principal.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
But
Welcome
to
Random.
all repeat.
Again.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. You see this bonus. This luxurious front behind me. So man,
You know what?
man.
I wish you never would have cut that jump. You didn't cut it like 3 times.
Yeah, because when I looked at some old videos, like pictures, I was like, damn, it was big. Like it was really big. I didn't think it was that big. I kept thinking it was the same size.
No, son. Yes, you got that sweet bucking goatee. Boston goatee going on. I mean, I kind of dig that right there.
Yeah,
Got that.
For those who don't know, I've known Marcus since he was like, I don't know, like 12 or some shit, 11,
Yeah.
10 or some shit. Because I
said about 10, yeah.
When I was 11 or 12, I moved down the street. And my man used to have the tight fade, man. His mom's
The wave.
with the waves.
Oh,
His mom,
yeah.
Miss Jackie, shout out to Jackie, used to cut my hair, man.
Just got married too.
Real quick, tell me who you are.
Man, why they stop cutting your hair? She's still cutting hair.
No, you know what? Every now she's done both my she might have done all my kids' hair actually. I love
stutter.
well
My man stutter.
because I love Miss Jackie, but Miss Jackie couldn't get my fade. But she always better enough. Miss Jackie, you couldn't get my edge up right, baby. I love you. The edge up because I see how you be doing miles. I love you, Miss Jackie.
I put the 5th. I'm not gonna print the 5th on that one.
Come here, baby. Come here. Let me see that. Did I fix it? Come here, let me. I think you pushed.
Like Wesley Snipes.
I think you pushed it back. You know what? No, it's perfect. You sure? It's perfect. Just leave it, please, please.
Oh man. Well, I mean, if you don't know me, my name is Marcus Mcgee, aka the Afro guy, aka Tag, aka
Okay.
Black Yoshi.
All right. Talk your shit.
But no, man, just do the do, man. Here with talk.
He's been super humble, man. He is the reason why we can shoot these pods. He owns. You guys can't see, but we're on the bottom level of the building. This guy owns a shop, a cereal arcade. It's a cereal bar arcade. You can get any kind of cereal. You can play a bunch of retro games. It's hot here in the town, man. And he's somewhat of a local celebrity, as they say.
Man.
A lot of people say they know this guy, but we really know this guy.
Yeah.
Well, again, how long you been in business, man? Like, where'd you come up with this idea at?
Man, to start from the beginning, I mean, I've been wanting to do this for a while, just because it's just boring in Wichita Falls. Yeah. I mean, and that's basically the way that we became friends. We just hang out with each other, trying to figure out stuff to do for the weekend, trying to figure that stuff out. And I mean, but it just got to the point to where I can finally say, oh man, I want to do something, because there's kids like us that hang out and just doing some badass shit with their hood rap friends, all that shit. But now there's a place that they can actually go and, they can come in and just have a good time and just relax and don't have to think about, where they come from, until, they leave. And I mean, just kind of give them that relaxation. And I felt that. And I know all of us felt that at one time, because whenever we was all growing up, all we had was Grand Central Station, teen night. Or,
Boys, well, they stopped letting us do Boys and Girls Club when we got teenagers, right?
Yeah, well, when we
still kind of have 18 or 18.
We still
But they kind of like when we got, I remember after junior high,
16, I think.
16,
yeah, junior high, they were like, what y'all doing there? I can't play with the little kids' time. I was like,
but we still kind of took it over. We just kept finding different boys clubs to take over.
like Central was it.
Yeah.
And then we whatever that one was by Kirby, we started going over there, taking that over for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Well, I lived in the PJs, so I always went to the Rosewood.
Rosewood, we had. You know they tore that thing down.
Yeah.
What? They tore that thing down.
It's been gone.
Really?
Yeah, we don't ever go through there. So like, I can remember all of us going there. Troop 39 with the scouts, and I remember when they built that little gym back there.
Yeah.
You know what that's the East Side's about to turn into? Have you ever watched Shameless?
Oh,
And they came through with gentrifying the whole area. I promise you, it's slowly they got they said, okay, let's make it safe. With the police station, fire station there. Let's build up downtown so there's somewhere you can go just right across the tracks. And people have been buying up land,
yeah,
tearing down.
Oh, Lordy, that's
Yeah.
a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So, if I wanted to get started today and I wanted to get into the business world downtown, what would be your top 5 steps to take?
Get good with white people. We're being real, right? I mean, yeah. No offense. No, I'm just saying.
Listeners.
But I'm just saying, make sure that you are known within downtown or know people that's downtown for one. I mean, that's how I got started with
Building up a good rapport with people in business downtown.
Yes, exactly. And that is it, and I mean, even with me started DJing, I started doing events downtown. People started seeing my face, started knowing what I do and stuff like that. Even before I was even thinking about, even doing this, doing the mansion downtown. So that's like number 1. Number 2, do your research for anything that you need to do. So even though I know about arcades, and y'all guys know I've been to Tilt long ass time.
Yeah.
I've been at GameStop long ass time. I know my shit, but know your shit. Like go in and figure out, okay, is this going to be profitable? Can this survive 6 months? Can this survive a year? What's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? I did all of that before I even stepped out to do my own thing. And it was very, very, what's it called? It's risky, but I made sure that the percentage was good. Like the high percentage at the time before I even opened was like 73% it will be successful.
Okay.
And because I knew what I wanted to do. Yeah. Because it was like close to 60, like 6 or 67. And I started adding up that, okay, what else can I bring to the table to bring people? And one of the last things we added was a cereal bar. How do we keep people in the building without them going out eating somewhere else or whatnot? But I can't cook and I hate dishes. So I was like, all right, let's try doing the cereal bar thing. And I even did the research on that. There's only some in the north, some in like Seattle, and then, a couple in New York and one in England. And that was it. So I was like, okay, there's something there. People always talked about it, but I can actually do it with the money that I have saved up or whatever. And then number 3, know your budget. That is it. Know your budget, know what you can do. Even though I had all this shit already, like a lot of people don't understand that. Like some people come in, go get a bank loan or whatnot. Yeah, it's easy for non-blacks. But but me, the one time that I actually went in to ask for a loan, and it was way in like 2010, just to do stuff for DJing, and that's it, man. Like people look at you different. Like people look at you different. I ain't gonna say a certain color or anything. People look at you different because either they think you're not going to succeed or you're just wasting money and they're not going to see that money come back or you can't pay it back. And I was already in the business of DJing for already like probably roughly 7-8 years. But I wanted to get bigger equipment and stuff. And it kind of hurt my feelings. They was like, no, you being denied or whatever. Because and they didn't give me a reason or nothing like that. So it got to the point to like, around that time, I was like, fuck these banks. Like, I'm just going to save my money, old school style, Scarface, just put some money back as much as I can. And figure out what I want to do after that. And then after that, I got the gig with the Nighthawks. And they basically kind of fund me of getting my speakers, which I still use today, them big ass speakers, in which I need to get new ones. But it just got to the point to where I kind of learned how to not manipulate, but kind of like, okay, I want to use this money to do this, but I still want to save up. And I still didn't know what I was saving up for. I was just doing it, you know, just was like putting that money back, shoebox money, you know, put that up somewhere under the couch, other stuff. Like
you got to start somewhere.
You got to start
Whatever
somewhere.
your dream is, you got to start somewhere.
And so
it takes money.
If anybody that knows me, like everybody's come to me with a business idea or out, and
rooms.
Huh? Yeah. Money, people don't understand. Money is everything when you have to have some type of budget.
Yes.
You know, and I kind of tried a couple of things. I fell on my face a couple of times, but money is important for just the working operation of everything. You know, a lot of people are like, okay, this business here, DJ, man, all I need is a couple of speakers. I can rent some speakers, $150 from, ABC Rentals.
Mm-hmm.
And then, DJ equipment, man, I just get my laptop plugged in, and they don't understand, like, all that goes into something like that.
Yeah. And then to break that down, you'd be like, okay, cool. DJ, you're right about the speakers. Because when I first started, I started renting from McCarthy's Music for the longest. And they kept seeing me come in here renting these speakers every week. It was like $50 to rent the speakers just for the weekend. And then they say, bring it back Monday or Tuesday. We trust you. It's like, all right, cool. And then one day, they the one that approached me and be like, Marcus, you've been renting these speakers for like 3 months. Do you want to just start paying us off? And we'll still let you rent them. I'm like, I could do that? It's just it's the information. So I started doing that. And then it just felt funny because he was like, oh, that's your last payment. You can keep them, And it's like, you don't have to bring them back. And it felt good. So I wanted more of that feeling. I was like, oh, shit, I want to go and, get my own equipment, my own stuff and start like that. And like you said, that breaks down that 50. Like I make, when I first started, it was like I make $150 a night,
Yeah.
And kids, I'm going to say that was a lot in 2005. So so basically, I'm giving them $50 out of my 100. I'm still making it, but now I'm going towards something that is going to be mine.
You're reinvesting in yourself.
Yes, and that's the next thing. Make sure that if you're going to reinvest in yourself, make sure you do the right investments.
Okay.
Don't go out and be like, all these rappers and be like, oh, I got an advance. A lot of people don't know what advance is. That's a loan. You got to pay that back. And then you have to make them more money on top of that. And a lot of people say, oh, man, y'all got my advance. And I went to go get this chain off my mom's house or whatnot. It's like, no, man. Even the smartest rappers from what I've seen, like just straight up was like, you know what? I don't want to use your guys' producers. I got a producer.
Right.
Here's that money back. I'm going to do my own vocals in this studio. It's them having their own and they giving that money back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like everything has a way of you saving money.
And before you answer the next one,
Yeah.
Let's talk ownership real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know how hard it is to acquire ownership of one's name or one's business.
Yeah.
Is that a difficult process? Like, how'd you kind of do that? What made you say, all right, this is going to be the name, and I'm going to own this name, and I'm going to stick with this name? Because once you decide that, you got to stick with it.
Coming up with the hardest thing is coming up with the name,
right?
Because somebody took your name as of right now. So everybody has that name already.
Right.
So when I first was, whenever I did my LLC or whatnot, or what I wanted to call my business, I kind of was like going off of, okay, what roll off the tongue, but A, B, and U. So I used Tag, which Tag is that Afro guy, short. And then I was like, well, I can't think of nothing. I can't think of it, man. I got to use my imagination. And I was like,
did you know that?
tags imaginations. So I was like, okay, I'll use that. And then I'll put like, okay.
You just learned to solve something.
Yeah.
I didn't know. That Afro guy?
That Afro guy.
That Afro
Tag? No, I had no clue.
tag. That
I know this
Afro
man
guy.
20 years. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. Because you know how that came up?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a period that people didn't know me yet. And everybody says, hey, who is that Afro guy? Who is that Afro kid, the black dude with the Afro? Who is that Afro guy? And I kept hearing it.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
How are you?
And it just kind of stuck.
Okay.
Like She-Hulk. It just stuck. But I got that right.
Yeah, I just watched it.
Yeah. So basically I took that and I was like, oh, it's kind of like tag. But for the longest, you don't like this. For the longest, I didn't like using it because you could turn tag into fag. so I'm not, yeah, I know what you're doing. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna see you around my dudes because they're gonna turn that to a joke.
Yeah.
I'm serious about this.
Hey,
You know.
would you love the game?
Yeah. Yes, we're not Dave Chappelle. But anyway, that's basically how all of that just come to play. Everything just fit its role. So I just took that everybody already knew, put that part of it, and then, just something simple. And then it's just like, and the reason why they said the name is the hardest is you gotta look it up. You're gonna Google your name. So you Google it, and lucky enough, that wasn't really taken. Tag was taken with something else, or just tag by itself, but tag's imagination wasn't. So I went down to City Hall, did the soul.
Did anybody teach you about this, or these are all things you kind of Googled and learned yourself?
So me and you had some history with that, and that's cool because we learned from Antoine.
Right.
He showed us how to go down there and get our LLC and set your money down. Yeah. So shout out to him for that, and then, he did his, and at the same time I did mine. I'd be like, I want to be with y'all, but I did the smart route and be like, hey, I want to do my own thing too. So I just went on, put that name down. So at least in Texas, nobody can take your name,
Right.
And I've been sitting on that for a while. And then even it goes back to doing the loan as well. I had all that paperwork. Oh man, I'm tags imaginations, man. I want to do this and this and this, And they still was like, no. Like I said, it's that popularity that they got to see you do stuff, see you in the community and stuff like that.
They told you no. I know
They
they said,
said, yeah.
About your name?
Yeah, they can tell you.
No, he was going to get a loan.
They go get a loan. They go get a loan. So yeah. But I just learned that just had to build with me. So I just, kept doing what I'm doing. Started doing a lot of more fundraisers and stuff like that, so people can see me, as well as, okay, there's something that I like to do as well. I want to go support this, and people know that. I'm still getting people be like, oh man, you did that car show for the sick kids or whatnot, man, that had cancer, but your set was tight. It's just like, oh, I appreciate it. It was just for the kids,
with Maniac's Mansion.
So with Maniac's Mansion, that one was really easy. That was the easiest name I came up with. I had like 17 different names for this place. And Maniac Mansion was like number 2 or number 3 because it's just, once again, it rolled off the tongue. And I was like, oh, that's too easy. Somebody has that. So I kind of just put that on the back burner, and I was going with like the secret base, one up.
That one was dope.
I have another one that's really, really dope.
Tax Funhouse.
Yeah. So, actually, that was another one. Yeah, it was like Funhouse. Dude, I was like, you know what, this is epic. Let's look up Funland. Yeah, and yeah. and like all of them was taken, or they was all associated somewhere else, and they was kind of already big.
Okay.
So I started going backwards. I was like, oh man, I just got Maniac's Mansion, and that's already based on a video game. That's a video game.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that could just, it just rolls off. I was like, I bet you somebody already got it. Typed it in Google, looked it up. There was like one other person who had a Maniac Mansion. So I put the little thing on it with the S, Maniac's Mansion. and now I'm the only one that really has it. So now it's just like, okay, when people say Maniac Mcgee, you're talking about the game or you're talking about my arcade.
So even if I was in Florida and I Googled Maniac's Mansion, you gonna pop up?
Yeah, it should pop up.
Number 2 on the list.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep. I say 5.
5?
Yeah, I say 5.
What about marketing?
Marketing. So my marketing, I actually don't like marketing. I kind of like it as how you say
Word of mouth?
word of mouth. Yeah. Because I always been word of mouth, even when I start DJing. It takes longer, but your word is bond. If somebody say, yo, you need to hire blah, blah, blah. And it was like, I've been hearing this guy. I've been hearing about this Afro guy. So I was like, so how do I get contact with him? It's like, oh, he's on this and this and this and this. But now that I got to the level where I'm at, I am considerate of doing some promotions, marketing, stuff like that. And now it is way too easy. I mean, like right now, shit, I'm promoting right now. Maniac Mansion, dog.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I was saying. And y'all being down here, you'd be like, yo, we have the mansion. So it's just like started learning how to plug myself without forcing people to plug it.
We do that quite often. Like I don't know. I think you do it. I don't know if I don't know if you do it, but sometimes if I see something like your wife posts or you may post,
or something we share.
There's something to deal with you and your business or something like that. I always share it. I always put it on my page. So, and that's just like you said, word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know you personally, and I know that whatever you do, you will go 110% in.
Exactly.
All the time. So,
I call these guys a unique group of friends.
Yes.
And you're a part of that unique group. As someone who is, I like to say, and I've told you before that you're kind of the gap between, like ratchet and old, boot kickers.
Yeah.
Like you're the bridge between those folks. So how did you get that way? Like how did you get a mix of friends like that? Like what got you into both sides of the fence, so to speak?
For the longest, like honestly, when I was with y'all guys, when I first was coming up, I tried to be like y'all guys, like try to hang out and stuff. But in the end, I'm like, no, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. I'm like, I'll be like, yo, man, like, hey, we could do this a different way. And I mean, like I said, I learned a lot from y'all guys, and then y'all learned a lot from me as well. So it's just whoever you hang out with, you gotta learn where you fit in that puzzle of friends.
Okay.
So with that part, that's step 1. Step 2 is, I just always been respectful, and that's it. And all the time, and like, you see somebody and you don't know what they're going through. And then we was kids, you probably made fun of somebody with one arm or some shit, or, it wasn't all there or something like that. But then after you start growing up and stuff, you start just respecting people a little bit more. And that's just something that I like to do. And, even just proper etiquette, like, yes, ma'am, no, sir, and stuff like that. And I think just people, especially me being Black, they don't see that all the time. They kind of like, yo, man, this is a trick. Like, what's going on? It's just like, it trips them up. And, they're like, oh, that Afro guy is a nice dude. It's like.
Do you feel like you've been pushed into a stereotype now? Like, do you feel like.
You know what? No, I haven't, because I feel like for the longest, I didn't know what a token Black guy was for a while until, you start growing up and you start seeing that some people start hiring you just so you can be there, to make them look good. And then I'll be like, you know what? It's going to be a little bit more for that. You're going to, and they don't say it, but you know why they doing it. It's just kind of like, you don't want to call them out on it. You just want to show them, be like, okay, you give me a little bit more, and then I'm gonna show my ass out. It's just that's how it's supposed to be.
How do they usually come about saying it? We want you to do your theatrics. You know how you jump up and down, and we always see you on the videos, and you have the video like this, and you're doing all that, and you have people behind you. Can you do that for us? Can you do that?
Just like that. just like that.
What I feel like we really know.
Yeah. But I mean, it goes the opposite way too. It's just like, if I do go do, we gonna say ghetto. So some ghetto, some kids that, man, that's all they want to listen to is rap and stuff. And I mean, I have a higher like, oh man, y'all need to listen to this versus this. But I still emphasize on what they like, and they're the customer. So, I'm going out and I'm like, okay, I want to give y'all what y'all want, whatever, whatever. And they having a good time. But then again, I'm still learning off of them and be like, it doesn't really matter, who it is. You just have to be respectable towards them and whatnot. And I still be the same way. I was like, man, I even get on the mic and be like, man, you want to listen to that? I was like, that's what y'all want? And I was like, all right, I got y'all. All right, no one drop this. Oh, do you got? And like right now, Young Boy's hot. Like that's, man, NBA Young Boy. Like that's all they want to listen to. I said, do you want to play the whole? I play the whole album. That's what and that's just me. I was like, y'all want to just play the whole album? I mean, I'm still getting paid for this. Just let me go. We're going out of tunes right now. Get all of this.
I'll be sitting in the corner.
Yeah, played it. I want to play this only like once, but it's gonna be worth it. There you go.
This your father? Let's just say parents.
Yeah.
Does your parents play a major part in your decision to do some of the things that you do, like your DJing or just who you are as a person?
So this one just gonna break some glass. So
No, I know that.
so with my parents was very, very hard, like very, very hard. Like they Christian. That's all I'm gonna say. Like they
He couldn't play with me all the time.
yeah.
I'm not gonna know it. I his dad like, no, tell him not today. Mom said not today.
I'll holler at you later.
He did calm down.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just one of those things that when I was growing up with them, I couldn't really do a lot of stuff I wanted to do while I was in high school. Cause like here's another story. So when I went to Zundy, I want to woof, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to Zundy, I had to deal with my dad because he wouldn't let me play in the band. I wanted to be in the band so bad.
Hey, band was dope on Sunday.
Yeah, band was hype as every time I walked by, they jamming in the band hall, and I wanted to do that so bad because I wanted to do it in elementary when we was back in Arlington.
Was it because you wanted to learn an instrument, or you just want to be a part of something like that?
I think it was just music. I think it was really, really music. I really didn't care what instrument, but I just loved what they was doing. And that's part of it too. I wanted to be part of it, but I loved what they was doing. That's awesome. It just was an interest I wanted to try.
Okay.
My dad was like, nah, man. It's like, because he was the sports one of the family. He was like, man, you gotta have to play some sports and something right here. Man, they thought I was gay for a little. That's some old bullshit, right? Hey, real. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Just because how I act. But anyway, going back to the story, it was just like, man, he wanted me to play sports and stuff like that.
Okay, but be real. Just tell out.
You was a little gay though, like.
Just
He's like, no, asking for a break.
who got the what? just back then, and it's gonna roll me to another question. Back then though, that black guys watching anime and being into like your shoes and color coordinating the shoes, the button down and the stuff you used to wear and do.
Yeah,
that wasn't normal black guy stuff.
Yeah.
So we had a talk today about just insecurities.
Yeah.
Did that create any insecurities in you? Because it's hard to be yourself when you was in the hood.
Yeah. So the cool thing about it is every time I hang around you, like I said, y'all guys, I learned a little bit. It's crazy. I've learned a little bit more of blackness. because before I moved back to Wichita Falls. I used to live in like a semi-suburbs. I used to live in Grand Prairie and Arlington. So I had friends that was every color at the beginning. So my best friend was white, and then I had another best friend that was black. Then I had another best friend that was mixed. And then the girl I liked at the time, she was mixed with Mexican and stuff. And I was like, what is this? You know, and then, like, it's like, you know, it's just like it was natural. So whenever we moved into, you know, the Kemp edition, it was more of, oh man, it's just another black. I don't know if I could do this. I got to get some friends in church first.
I don't play any
I got
football.
I don't play those sports. I still got my toys. Well, man, what I'm gonna do? I'm those guys playing basketball. They're gonna go over there and just dribbling their ground. Hey guys, can I play for a minute? You know, it just, but it was like I had to start over again because it was weird because whenever you stay in one spot, everybody knows you no matter what.
Right.
All the kids. But then when you move a lot, and I moved a lot when we was in Arlington, then when we got here, we stayed. It was like I'm starting over again. So I'm used to starting over. It's just in my nature. I know how to be like, oh, well, goddamn. Okay, well, I'm going to have to start over. So I did it with the business. So the first year, man, we was killing it. Banking, this is the first time I was writing down all kinds of shit for like, oh man, we're gonna get this game. We're gonna do these tournaments and stuff like that. All right, cool. 3 months in it, COVID. And I was like, God, I was like, I ain't doing this shit again. I'll rip that shit up, man. And then I survived it. So that's one thing. Some of the people that been around for like 25 plus years downtown didn't even survive the first month, but I survived the whole shebang because, like I said, I did my studying, I did my patience, and I knew people and stuff like that. You have to use all that. Like I was using all of my trump cards, you know, for those like 3 months. That 3 months felt like a year for some people.
Yeah, Trump cards.
Yeah, Trump cards. Trump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you like choose you?
Think about that. Think with your phone right again. But I mean, but going back to that, man, it's just like, yeah, it was very, very tough because I knew I was different and it was just very, very tough. But going back to the story about band, he won't let me do band because I didn't do no sports. So I told him because I was like, okay, I got the plan. I want to do sports. My 7th and 8th grade year, all of them. And I gave him an ultimatum. I was like, if I do all these sports, I want to try it because I already like the basketball. And I was like, I'm gonna do all this.
I've seen you play basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm just good. That's it. So, but I told him that let me do this, and then but you got to promise me I get to try to do, you know, band, you know, next year or the year after, which is in high school. So I kind of planned that. I was like, okay, I want to give him good 2 years of me doing it, and he was like, yeah, and I did it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do football, basketball, and track this year. I actually like track. Track was good.
You play football?
Yeah, I played football.
I think I do remember.
Yeah, we were C team champions. But other than that,
What high school did you go to?
well, I went to Old High, but I didn't do no sports in high school.
Yeah, but
I did band in high school.
Yeah, he didn't.
How? What? How old are you?
He's a great.
Tomorrow I'll be 39.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't remember you being in band. Oh, you must have been jazz band.
No, I was in band.
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing. How do you not know that?
Yeah.
Because he didn't have a friend.
I didn't have a fro until senior year. I played a French horn. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that was our connection. No, but I was like, yo, son, I was like,
I was golden afro.
I was thinking, man, he wasn't a drum line.
yeah. I was trying to get on the drum line, but they was like, no, it's full for black people. And then that's when I think it was Bubba's last year. When I was a freshman, but I was basically a cadet. I was learning, so I still get that first year. But the last 3 years, I was actually in band.
But yeah, my memories. I'm scared.
No.
I'm kind of scared right now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Because I was like, dang, And he's like, I sprayed French horn. Yeah, and I remember his slope head with the French
How
horn.
many years were you in band?
All 4.
You was in
Yeah.
band all 4 years?
Yeah.
And you ended up 3 years you played with this man and you didn't even know.
Did you? Wait a minute. When you graduated? Oh, one. Okay, so you left. You left when I started growing this. So yeah, that's why you probably couldn't remember me. So
Still,
yeah,
I knew I'd known him.
3 years.
I knew him for a long time.
You stop talking.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I was like, hold on.
yeah. So
That's terrible.
Yes.
but yeah, the last year is the year that I grew my hair out.
Who is your?
Because I actually wanted to do that. I wanted to do that, and then all the girls, oh man, we like your style.
You had your hair braided a few times.
Yeah, I had it braided.
He didn't like it.
I did not like
He
that.
did not like it.
No,
Hey, you do that with things.
no. I think I last my longest. I think I last probably 2 weeks.
I was about to say about 2 weeks.
I used to come in there. I was like, yo. This man, I said, yo, you need to get that hair braided. So I don't like it. I'm like, come on, man. You got his hair braided. Y'all remember how when Mario first came out?
Wait, why you got him sound like Jason Smollett?
He looked like Mario when he first came out. They braid my hair.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like.
Yes.
Shit, I was already dancing on the dance floor and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you say your hardest parent?
Mom, always.
Who?
Tell me.
What you
Thank
mean? I know. I just want to hear.
Now, you want to say who got the hardest hit? My dad.
Yeah.
God
very
damn, my
exactly.
soul left my body. I just, but my mom wasn't there. Something happened. He hit me, and I didn't even cry. I just walked away, like just disappointed because like the pain.
How would you get this out?
Man, shit, that was probably like 7 or 8. I learned my lesson quick.
Oh, damn, that was right.
Yeah. And then he came in and apologized, and I was like,
I hit you too
The
hard.
question is, why didn't they do BJ that way?
yeah. Oh, they did BJ that way. Oh, he's gonna have to tell you them stories, man.
BJ.
Man, BJ, man, he got some stories too. So
Y'all got any more questions?
yeah, what was it got?
I do want to say that you are one of those people, and I've said this in front of people before, that I keep using the word unique because that's just the word. We have a unique friendship in the fact that you have never judged me as a person. And I tell people that all the time. No matter what I did, no matter what I was on TV for, when I saw you, I was just your friend John, and you treated me as such. You never, even when I was beating up your friends.
When we
Oh man, like,
yeah, that's
like
another
We're not even to jump to that. So
there's just been so many things that just happened over the years,
Yeah,
and you never stop being my friend.
yeah, that's
Never stop being my friend, and you never had to be a certain way with us.
Yeah.
Like you were like, oh yeah, man, I watch Dragon Ball, and I'm like, what? Yo, yeah, man, that's dope.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, like I learned from you, and you learn from me. I'll be like, man, I try to slip it in. I'm like, hey, you need to see this real quick,
yeah.
or see this,
Or
or see that.
some anime before.
Oh, yeah.
That GTO and that Golden
The
Boy.
Gordon, oh man, Golden. I watched that the other day, man, when he's swimming and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, turn into that shit was so damn.
oh man, classic shit.
He used to, and it never bothered me, and I always thought it was hilarious that you two were the nice guys. He's always been a perv, which was cool.
Yeah.
But you never had no
Yeah.
pervy tendencies.
Yeah.
Like which was
Yes, he has.
nah, not really.
Yes, he has.
Not really. It took him a while to come out of that.
No, wait. Watch this. For the eternity.
Okay.
God damn. I'm always the one that you ain't gonna see me until you see me.
Right.
With you, that's where me and you. I got. So long story short. Yeah, we're gonna keep that story. Something was happening in the back seat.
Man.
And what was I driving or was somebody else was driving?
Probably me.
Nah, I think it was Drew. Was that it?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was Drew. It was me,
Yeah.
him, and Drew.
We was in Drew.
Drew Robinson.
You was in Astro Man.
We was in Drew's car.
Yeah, it was in Drew's
We
car.
was in Drew's car.
Because I remember we were going down like Luke or something like that.
We went on an adventure.
Right.
An adventure.
I know.
And you know, usually I'm the winner. So I'm in the
You that thief.
I'm in the back. I'm in the back winning.
Hey, I swear you get a turn. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I ain't give a damn that. I was in the passenger seat chilling,
Oh my
and
god.
I'm hearing it. And I'm like, and I'm looking at Drew. Let's just look forward. And I was like, Nine. Yeah, I took the rear view and I turned it smooth. And then my eyes met his eyes.
You don't know what I mean.
Yeah. And then I put it down. I'm like, oh moment. And I said it with my boy, and that shit right back. Oh, that's how we do it. I play shit off. That's how that works.
My pervy. Can I show my contact?
Hey.
Look, man, we definitely appreciate you coming down, man. We appreciate you letting us use the spot, and we appreciate what you're doing for the community because these kids, they need stuff to do, man. They really do. There's not much to do, and hopefully in the future we can all collaborate and bring something else to the city because we need it.
Yeah,
We need more.
I've already told you my ideas. We'll not say it on camera.
Right.
Yeah.
But we need more positive places for kids and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, just long story short, what's going on with Straight Street? Like it's right down the street. Like
They're doing the deal there now.
Is it back open?
It's a-
They opened it, then they closed it.
It turned into a church, and now they're doing the farmers market there.
So where is Straight Street at?
well, Straight Street. Okay, so Straight Street, like they used to be there. That's one line. That was really good first though. They cool piece. But they are 2 blocks down by the library, where the library is now.
Oh,
But they got new basketball courts. They got it looks nice. Like it's like yeah, like when y'all guys leave, go that way and you will see it. It's like right across
From the library?
From the library, it's like counter, like
Okay.
right across. But they got new basketball courts, but I never see it open. I
Is
don't
it
see
gated?
open. Yeah, it's gated and everything.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna have to go
Shut
back.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, what are they doing? Because I don't hear anything about it. I don't hear anything. And I was like, that'd be another spot if someone can open it up for kids to go down there and do some stuff. That's something. But what's going on? See, and that's another thing we need to figure out.
we gotta get our money together. And,
Yeah.
And
Man, that
we get back off your success, man.
man had a boys club hit me, man. Rosewood gone.
Yeah, they tore that right. That's even the daycare, all of that stuff. They tore the whole
What?
joint down.
Wow.
no,
So what's there now?
what street?
Nothing. It's just bare.
What street was right across the street? I mean, the whole neighborhood was it?
Well, it's Juarez and
Juarez,
and then
Well,
Rosewood.
like last time I've been over there, it was like maybe 3 houses in Juarez.
What?
I mean, they're tearing a lot of them down.
Did it tear down the shop, the store that's over there, Mr.
They hadn't, but you know they're gonna be after that stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. And we can talk later about that.
Yeah.
Y'all know what they do on the east side.
Yeah.
Y'all know what they're doing.
Right.
And we don't speak up. We don't band together as people and
Yeah.
we let them give us a Martin Luther King drive.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Don't make me.
But you know why they did that.
No,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
All right.
We don't.
We didn't need one.
We didn't need one. We asked for things that they don't give us. It's like
It's spending all this money to have Juneteenth a holiday, but all of us work it.
again. Let's not.
Yeah. What's that now? That's yeah.
But
Appreciate you watching.
appreciate you watching. We appreciate Marcus for allowing us to kind of interrogate him.
I forgive my memory. That's trash.
We're not forgiving that.
Terrible.
We never.
Right.
Actually,
You had to pay, man. You had to wait.
Yeah.
Remember that?
You know, I bring this shit up all the time.
Hey, bro.
Did you play the trombone?
See, no. See,
What did you go? I don't remember that because you was upperclassman. I didn't care at the time. You was like one of the saxophone.
You played saxophone?
Saxophone, yeah. And you played the big one too.
Oh, you think I had all the women on me?
No, that was
I know.
Let's get him on. Yeah.
Yo,
Right.
I'm Poe.
Roby.
Kmart.
That Afro guy.
Man, I'm on repeat, man. Appreciate it.
And yo.
Stop a boosh.